Dear students, welcome back to my channel Future I. In this video, let us solve problems from question number 17 to question number 24. Third main, answer the following questions. In this main, there will be 8 questions. Each question carries 2 marks. Hence, under this section, there will be 16 marks. Question number 17. Solve by using elimination method. X plus y equals to 8. 2x minus y equals to 7. Here, we have to solve this problem by elimination method. As you observe the problem, here y coordinates are same and having different signs. Hence, we have to add these two equations. Adding equation 1 and 2. This is equation 1 and this is equation 2. Now let us add these two equations. Here y terms will get cancelled and 1x plus 2x is 3x, 8 plus 7 is 15. So 3x equals to 15. Now to find x value, 3 transfer this side, it will become to denominator. 3 ones are 3, 5. X equals to 5. Now substitute x equals to 5 in any one of these two equations. I am substituting in equation 1. Hence, 5 plus y equals to 8. Now transfer 5 this side, will get y equals to 8 minus 5. Therefore, y equals to 3. Therefore, x equals to 5 and y equals to 3. 18th problem. Find the 10th term of arithmetic progression 2, 7, 12, so on using the formula. Children, this kind of problem we may expect for this year. Here we have to find 10th term. Progression is given. We have to use suitable form. So first let us find a value. So first term is always a value, hence a equals to 2. D. To find d value, second term minus first term. So which equals to 5. We have to find 10th term, hence n equals to 10. Therefore, a10 equals to question mark. You can write an equals to question mark also. We have to use nth term finding formula, that is an equals to a plus n minus 1 into d. Substitute values. A value is 2, n value is 10, d value is 5. Like this. Now we'll solve this. 10 minus 1 is 9. Now let us multiply these two. 9 5s are 45. 2 plus 45 is 47. Therefore, 10th term of AP is 47. Next problem. This kind of problem also very important and definitely comes for your upcoming exam. I mean this kind of one. Find the sum of 2 plus 5 plus 8 plus so on up to 20 terms using the formula. This problem is from AP chapter and here we have to find sum. First let us find a, d and n values. First term is 2, hence a is 2. D, second term minus first term. 5 minus 2 equals to 3. N equals to 20 because we have to find 20 terms value. S20 equals to question mark. Write the suitable formula, that is Sn equals to n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. Substitute values. N value is 20, a value is 2, n value is 20, d value is 3. Here we can cancel this, 2 ones and 2 tens and multiply these two, will get 4, and 20 minus 1 is 19, and here we'll get 4 as I said, and here there will be 3 itself. So 10, 4 and 19 3s are 57. Now let us solve this. 4 plus 57 is 61. So 10 into 61 is 610. Therefore, sum of 20 terms is 610. This kind of problem definitely you will get for your examination children. 20th, find the discriminant of the equation 3x square minus 5x plus 2 equals to 0, and hence write the nature of its roots. This problem is from coordinate quadratic equation chapter, children. We have to find discriminant. Equation is given and equation is in standard form of quadratic equation, and then we have to find its roots also. So before going to find roots, first we have to find discriminant value. So for that, let us find A, B, C values. A value is 3. How I have got is first term coefficient is 3, second term coefficient is minus 5, last term is 2. Hence is discriminant finding formula is D equals to B square minus 4AC. Substitute the values. So we'll get this, and first let us solve this. Minus 5 whole square means minus 5 you have to multiply 2 times. Minus into minus is plus. You may mention plus or you may leave it, not a problem. 5 5s are 25. So its value is 25, and 4 3s are 12, 12 2s are 24. This full is 24. So 25 minus 24 gives answer is 1. Now d value is 1. On the basis of d value, we have to write nature. Here 1 is greater than 0, therefore quadratic equation has 2 real and distinct roots. Next, let us move on to another problem. Solve x square minus 2x plus 3 equals to 0 by using quadratic formula. This kind of question also very important. So definitely you're gonna to get this year for exam, this kind of question. This problem is from quadratic equation. So this equation is in standard form. Hence, first let us find A, B and C values. As I said in the last problem, in similar way, you have to find these values. Let us write quadratic formula. Very important. X equals to minus b plus or minus root over b square minus 4ac by 2a. Substitute the values and we'll get this. Now let us find this. Minus into minus is plus, so we'll get plus 2, and here minus 2 whole square means plus, so 4 1s are 4, 4 3s are 12, and 2 is as it. Now let us solve these two. 4 minus 12. So we'll get minus 8. Children, very important thing you have to understand here. Whenever inside the root there is a minus sign, such kind of thing will not be having any roots. I mean, root does not exist for that. You can stop at this stage and you can write root does not exist for this. My suggestion, continue this one. Still you can simplify. See, minus 8 we can write it as 4 into minus 2. Now this root is present for 4. Root 4 means 2. Root minus 2 means root minus 2 itself. As you observe the numerator here, 2 you can take as common factor. As I taken 2 as common factor, we get this. Here 2 and 2 get cancelled, and finally x equals to 1 plus or minus root minus 2. Now write ones using plus sign and ones using minus sign. Therefore, root does not exist. Why here root does not exist? Because here inside the root there is minus sign. Those are related to imaginary numbers that you will study in your higher classes. For this question we have another option problem, that is solve by factorization. X square plus 5x plus 6 equals to 0. So this problem we have to solve by splitting the middle term. So for that, first let us multiply first term to the last term. X square into 6 is 6x square, and for 6x square we have to write factors. I mean 6 factors are 3 2s are 6, and 1x give to this and 1x give to this. And if you add these two, you will get middle term. Now first term write as it is, last term write as it is. So split this middle term by using these factors. Now do the groups. In these two take common factor, that is x, and in these two common factor is 2. If you take x out, you'll get x plus 3. If you take 2 out, you'll get x plus 3. Again, you can take x plus 3 as common factor, and what is left out? Here x will be left out, and here 2 will be left out, which equals to 0. Now this 0 is related to this as well as for this. Hence, x plus 3 equals to 0, x plus 2 equals to 0. Now plus 3 transfer this side, plus 2 transfer this side, we'll get x equals to minus 3, x equals to minus 2. Next, let us move on to another problem. Find the distance between the points A 3, 6, B 5, 7 using distance formula. So before going to use formula, let us identify x1, y1, x2, y2 values. These are the values because it is the first point and this is the second point. x1 is 3, y1 is 6, x2 is 5, y2 is 7. And this is distance formula. Here we are finding AB distance, hence write AB. If you are finding PQ, you must write PQ. Root over x square minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. Substitute the values and simplify. 5 minus 3 is 2, hence 2 square. 7 minus 6 is 1, hence 1 square. Children, here you will get plus 1. So 2 square means 4, 1 square means 1. 4 plus 1 is 5, hence root 5 units. Next, let us move on to the another problem. So here we have another choice question. Find the coordinates of the point P which divides the line joining A 0, 0 and B 5, 10 in the ratio 2:3. This problem we have to solve on section formula. So let me draw suitable figure first. Here there is a line segment AB and the point P dividing AB into two parts. I mean in the ratio 2:3. Now we have to find P coordinates. For that, first let us write the values. This is x1, y1 because this is the first point and this is the second point. Hence let me write x2 and y2. P coordinates we have to find. Let me consider this as x and y. This is comma. So before that, first let us group the things. x1, y1 is 0, 0. x2, y2 is 5, 10. m1 is to m2 is 2:3. As I said, let the coordinates of P be x, y. Use the first term, that is x equals to m1 x2 plus m2 x1 by m1 plus m2. Substitute the values. m1 is 2 and substitute it. x2 is 5, substitute 5. m2 3, substitute 3. x1 0, substitute 0. m1 2, substituted 2. m2 3, substituted 3. Now simplify. 2 5s are 10, 3 zeros are 0, 2 plus 3 5. Now add. So 10 plus 0 is 10, 5 is as 5 1s are 5 2s. Therefore x is 2. Similarly, let us find for y. Y formula m1 y2 plus m2 y1 by m1 plus m2. Children, here separately I have solved. You may solve by writing together and substitute the values and simplify. So 10s are 20, 3 zeros are 0. So 20 plus 0 will get 20, 2 plus 3 5. So 5 1s are 5, 4s are. Y values 4. Therefore, coordinates of P 2, 4. Next, it is construction, children. Construct a tangent to a circle of radius 4 cm at any point P on its circumference. In this problem, we have to construct tangent to a circle and its radius is 4 cm at point P, and point P should be on circumference. Hence, first let me draw 4 cm circle by using your compass, which is having pencil. Take 4 cm radius and draw a circle like this. Mark the radius, give the name for that, mention the radius as 4 cm and mark point P on the circumference. I am marking here, you can mark anywhere on the circle. Now to this point we have to draw tangent. For that, take less than half of OP radius, draw a semicircle, and this as center, cut an arc, and again this as center, cut another arc. Now this as center, cut another arc towards up, and this as center, cut another arc. These two arcs has to intersect. Now join this point to P and produce, and give name for that AB. Now AB is the tangent at a point P which is on circumference. It is the suitable perfect figure. Next, let us move on to the last problem of 2 mark. In the given figure, find the value of sine alpha plus cos theta. This problem is from trigonometry. So first let us find sine alpha value. Where is alpha? Alpha is here. Hence, alpha is reference angle. Whenever you are solving trigonometry, such kind of problems, identifying the reference angle is very important, because on the basis of reference angle only we identify perpendicular and base. Here reference angle is alpha, its opposite side is perpendicular. And in right angle triangle, the side which is opposite to 90 degree, this is 90 degree, its opposite side is hypotenuse. Hypotenuse never be changed. This you have to keep in your mind. And if this is perpendicular, which side is left out? This side. This is the base. Now let us find sine alpha thing. So sine ratio is perpendicular by hypotenuse. And your teacher may thought perpendicular is also as opposite side. You may use it as opposite side and base as adjacent side. We can use which is perfect and which in which way you have learnt in that. Hypotenuse never be changed. And perpendicular here is this. So its value is 3. Hypotenuse is this, its value is 5. Hence 3 by 5. Similarly, we have to find the value of cos theta. Now what is the reference angle? Theta. This one. Its opposite side is this. Now this is perpendicular and this is base. Now cos ratio is base by hypotenuse. So base is this. So hypotenuse is this. So 3 by 5. Now consider this. Sin alpha plus cos theta. Sin alpha values 3 by 5. Cos theta values 3 by 5. Now we have to add these two. Look at the denominators. Denominators are same. Hence denominator write one time and add the numerators. 3 plus 3. That is 6 by 5. Dear students, I hope you have understood these 2 mark questions. In the next upcoming video, we'll solve 3 mark questions. I hope you have understood. Thank you.